Hey guys, it's Darlene here, and I'm coming to you today with some boring copy busters. Like I said, and many of you have seen the newsletter, I see tons and tons of copy from all different people, all different marketers in all different areas, and even the most successful ones tend to get boring. They do the same kind of mailings. Their letters kind of look the same. They'll do only letters. They'll do only postcards. They'll do only online, offline. But they just aren't getting creative. And one of the things that I learned from Bill Glazer, one of the many, many, many things, and Dan Kennedy, is certainly to be really creative with copy. To think outside the box, to do things that no one else is doing, or to do things that have been done but put a twist on them, make them interesting. If you're going to do a postcard, make it something they just can't help but flip over and look at because it's just so out there. And that's the kind of the stuff that I do very well with. I love doing creative lumpy mail. I love doing out-of-the-box ideas, and this is certainly an example. This is one that we came up with for our own copywriting business. This was actually Barry's idea, and we ran with it, but it was kind of using the old-time photos. So we threw the family in a car and went and sought out one of these old-time photo places. We made a day of it. It was great. But we had several different pictures taken, and we used them in this. And what we did is, this is, I believe, about a 4-page letter, and it was printed on a kind of like Western cardstock, or not cardstock, but paper. And it was kind of, I think it was really just a marbled resume paper that I found at like home, one of the office stores or whatever. So it wasn't anything hard to find. It was very easy. We were not doing massive numbers of these. If you were to do a huge number of these on a mailing, you might just do the outside pieces with that specialty paper because it would get quite expensive if you were doing a long letter. But this was done with the clear bag mailer. And this is what they saw when they got it in the mail. This page was on the outside. And again, it's quite striking. One, the Dynamic Duo of Copywriting, one, Dead or Alive, and here are these two silly-looking people here. And on the other side, I don't have time to turn it for you, but it was basically printed on that same Western paper. It has a badge right here, and it says, "Help catch these scoundrels, cash reward, details inside." And again, we went with a kind of a playbill font here, which was Western-y, our picture, and again, it was a merge mailing, nothing special there, but it had a badge inside of it. So we had those little plastic badges, and we put those inside. So not only was it a clear bag mailer, but it was a lumpy clear bag mailer. I mean, how much more can it scream? Read me. So this was what the inside looked like. And like I said, because we weren't mailing that many, we did do this on the Western-looking paper. You could just do it on plain paper. Since it's on the inside, it really wouldn't be noticed anyways, but kind of added to the whole theme. One thing that, if you were to read this whole thing, which I believe part of it's on our website somewhere on their blog, but is the whole thing had a very heavy theme, a Western theme. It went through the whole copy. We didn't just bring it out at the beginning. It was through the whole thing, and you need to be careful that you don't make people kind of nauseated with your kitschy little Western-y references, but we certainly touched base on it here and there. Wanted, dead or alive. The competition is hot on our spurs, trying to put a stop to our highly responsive copy. So we really kind of played that up. We gave each testimonial person a Western name. So like down here, this is Bill Glazer. Be warned, Darlene served time, in quotes, as copywriting apprentice to the legendary Wild Bill Glazer. And so you can see how I continue to keep that thing over here. Here's Tim, the Maverick Winners. There's Karen Sweet Talkin' Schaefer. Again, we continue to play that. Now, the goal of this copy was to remind our clients, our existing clients, people we've done business with in the past, people that know us and may not have hired us to do their copy, is just to remind them that here we are, this is what we do, these are the people we write for, we know what we're doing, we can do this kind of stuff for you too. But we kind of hit it again with a $300 reward for any copy business they send our way. So this actually went out to a lot of IBAs, people with large herds that might be able to make a little extra money or put that money towards copy of their own. So we gave them that option. So again, we're asking them to join our posse, again, playing up that theme. And let's see. Lots of testimonials. That was very, very powerful because most of these people are receiving this are in Glaser Kennedy, so they're going to know who Lloyd Irvin is. They're going to know who Michael Jans, Tim Winders, and later on Ron Caruthers, and they're saying some really great stuff about us. So it's really building up that whole, you got to get in on this, you got to get us now, reminding them of who we are and what we can accomplish for them. But staying consistent with that theme. This is one of my favorites. As you can tell, we put these little hats on everybody, which was kind of funny in itself. But here we are with Dead-Eye Dan, the meanest hombre in the Wild West, and the man who taught us how to write like outlaws. Yeehaw. So, again, very cute and very funny. We actually got a letter in the mail from someone who received this saying that this was a great idea and they were totally going to swipe it. So that is the ultimate copy, I guess, pat on the shoulder, pat on the back. And so it definitely was. Now let me tell you about what this accomplished. There is one more step, and I'll show you in a second. But we spent maybe, I want to say $400 on the mailing. I did this myself. If I was doing any more than that, I probably would have hired someone to do the whole thing and probably would have paid a little bit more. But we did receive someone who took us up on the referral, which we were happy to pay that. But we more importantly got a couple of our old clients to come back and give us some new jobs, and we got a new client out of it. One of the new clients made us, I think the one job from that was $10,000. So you can see how this one mailing was certainly, return on investment was really, really great. So again, it really, I think, we weren't mailing to huge numbers, but it really showed our personality, really showed what we can accomplish. We came out with the second step, and this is the second step of the mailing. Again, using the picture, a different picture, and we copy-doodled it up with the coffee glass stain here and fingerprints on the other side. Again, another testimonial. Basically, the idea is we're on the run, we're running in disguise, trying to, get away from our jealous, our clients' competition and some other jealous copywriters because of our their smoking mad at the irresistible results that our clients get when they trust us for all of their copy needs. So again, we're just playing that theme up. But here's the problem: our calendar is filling up fast because we didn't put a deadline on this. There really wasn't. We didn't want to create a specific deadline, but we did want to point out that if you're thinking about waiting till after the Info Summit to talk to us, you may want to reconsider because our calendar fills up. So we kind of played that up, and that actually worked very well. We had people book time on our calendar before that, the Info Summit, which was our goal. But it also, we sent this out shortly before the Info Summit, and what that did is in the PS of the first letter, we told them, "Hey, come to the conference, look us up, find us, and we, talk to us, meet us, that kind of thing." And a lot of people did. So again, it's building those relationships. And like I said, this thing just did really, really well for us. Again, you could come up with something like this. You could easily go out and get the Western pictures taken or play some sort of Western theme even if you didn't do those particular pictures. And it really will stand out. I mean, how many times do you get something like this in the mail? So again, boring buster right there.